Hello students. Hello students. Today we will learn about the concept of region part 2. In earlier video I have already discussed some main points about the features of or merits of region. Today we will again learn the concept of region and its different aspects with definition, some definitions. Our mother earth is full of diversities. You know it. Different types of physical features are present and can be seen. These diversities are present over a broader area. We have mountains, plains, plateaus, tropical regions, temperate regions, coastal regions, karst regions, desert regions, cultural regions, linguistic regions, climatic regions, natural regions, etc. Actually, you have all know or have read about these regions. As residents, you have all read about these regions in your earlier classes. All these regions are full of characteristics but are different with one another. It is interesting that all these regions have internal homogeneity and outer heterogeneity. Actually, if you consider any one region, you will see the homogeneity in their internal part and it is highly different from other regions. So all these regions have internal homogeneity and outer heterogeneity. Regions are the area that are broadly divided by physical, human and the characteristics generated by the interaction of environment and human or human or environment. Landschaft is the similar concept to region came in mid 19th century from German School of Geography. Earlier, geographers have tried to classify world into natural regions by the homogeneity and uniformity found between physical attributes of the area. In 20th century, regions were classified into different categories with the help of different statistical methods showing functional homogeneity in multiple attributes. At present, At present, the regions and regionalization get wide spectrum through the planning process in any country or a state or a small unit of a natural, functional or vernacular regions of the world to achieve the goal of sustainable development. The first systematic definition of the region was made by Hurwitson in 1905. With regard to its more methodological aspects, it can be said that the purpose is to create a systematic geography and seeks to find geographical divisions ordered on the globe. There are different definitions put forward by different scholars, but some different definitions are here for you. Richard Hartshorne stated that a region is an area of a specific location which in some way vary distinctive from other areas and which extend as far as the distinction extends. F. J. Monkhouse stated that a region is a unit area of the earth surface differentiated by its specific characteristics. According to British geographer A. J. Hurwitson, a region is a complex of land, water, air, plant, animal, and man regarded under their spatial relationship as together constituting a definite portion of the Earth's surface. G. T. Rayner, of the view that regions are genuine entities, each of which express both natural and cultural differentiation from its neighbors. French geographer Paul Vidal de la Blache said that a region is Domains where many dissimilar things are artificially brought together have subsequently adapted themselves to a common existence. According to Taylor, the region is an area of the sur- Earth's surface. R. K. Mukherjee defined that region is an ecological aggregation of persons and economic frameworks and cultural order. It is at once a faithful expression of the distribution of population, resource, occupation, and the interrelated cultural unity. Students, from the mid 18th century, several forms of descriptions, classification, and analysis techniques have been created without the intention to develop a more scientific point of view about the term region. These concerns have become more common in the early 20th century when the systematization of a regional geography began to take its first step, both in Europe and in the United States. Main geographers who developed the first theoretical definitions on the regional phenomena were Alfred Hettner in Germany, Paul Vidal de la Blache in France, and A. J. Herbertson in Great Britain. The concern to define regionalization as a classification process, it makes explicit reference to the biology classification procedure, thus demonstrating a deductive bias based on the demarcation criteria divides the world into major natural regions. In the following order of importance, Herbertson proposes four classes of phenomena for such regions. Number one, configuration, mainly the elements of geology and geomorphology of the earth is considered. Number two, climate, in which air masses, temperature, precipitation levels and so on are considered. Vegetation and population density. Setting natural regions would be in this sense the necessary step for the final solution of the problems of geography, as these definitions would allow the establishment of sound and lasting cuts on the earth's surface, even to understand the economic functions which each portion of the space would fulfill, since it was believed that the productive activities had clear causal relationship with natural elements such as climate, geology, landform, vegetation, and soil of each area. This true physical regionalization of the world at the time was followed by several similar attempts, mainly conducted by Russian geographers Gray. Major characteristics of the region. Actually, the regions have some different or distinctive characteristics. They are dist- distinctiveness, uniqueness, homogeneity, heterogeneity, dynamic or changing character, hierarchy, dynamic scale, problematic, purposive, resourceful. Actually, every region is distinctiveness in their own. It has unique characteristics with internal homogeneity and outer heterogeneity. Due to internal homogeneity and man-environment interaction, it has dynamic or changing character with hierarchy. It is a different set of hierarchy. Each region has different set of hierarchy and different dynamic scale. But all the regions and each regions have similar problems, or you can say similar regions have similar problems, or a region in their boundary they have similar problems and has purposive and resourceful character. Types of regions. There are different types of regions. Some of them are here for you. Number one, formal regions. Formal regions is a geographical regions which is homogeneous and uniform within a specified criteria. This specified criteria could be physical, social, cultural or political. For example, Himalayan region, subtropical region, etc. A formal region is also known as a uniform or homogeneous region. It is an area in which everyone shares its common one or more distinctive characteristics. These common characteristics could be a cultural value such as language, an economic activity such as production of a certain crops, or an environmental property such as climate and weather patterns. Whatever the common characteristics is, it is present throughout the selected region. In certain formal regions, the characteristics may be predominant rather than universal, such as the wheat belt in North America. It is an area in which the predominant crop is wheat, but other crops are grown here as well. It is further divided in single feature regions, for example, physiographic regions of India, multiple features region, example, resource region or planning region, and Campage region, example, agricultural regions of the world. Whittlesey has defined Campage region as a uniform region where all the features of the physical, biotic, and social environments are functionally associated with the human occupants. Number two, vernacular region. A vernacular region is a distinctive area where the inhabitants collectively consider themselves interconnected by a shared history, mutual interest, and a common identity. Such regions are intellectual inventions and a form of shorthand to identify things, people, and places. Vernacular regions reflect a sense of place but rarely coincide with established jurisdictional borders. A vernacular region, also known as perceptual regions or ad hoc region, is a place that people exist as part of their cultural identity. These regions vary from person to person. They emerge from a person's informal sense of place. An example of a vernacular region would be a cultural region or transitional region, depressed area, etc. And number three, planning regions. Planning regions can be defined as a geographical regions where designing and implementation of development plan is possible for tackling the region's problem. It could be both formal and functional and generally transitional in the nature. For example, Delhi metropolitan region. Apart from above classification, there is other typology of regions adapted for different purposes. Some of them are multi-level planning regions, divided in macro, meso, and micro regions. In analysis of a stage of development, they were divided into developed, developing, intermediate, and backward or depressed regions as well. Thank you. In further next video, we will discuss many more things about the region. Thank you.